What's up, everybody? Paul from PB Sports Talk. I had to jump in here. I've shared a lot of things online today, yesterday, day before. This whole Ryan Clark and RG3 conversation, and Ryan Clark basically gone off the deep end over the last, I don't know, 2 years or so. I'll get to him in a moment. The background you see that I made here is Acrisure Stadium, formerly Heinz Field. When I really liked Ryan Clark as a player, and then after his playing days, became a football analyst, and I legit used to look forward to his analyst analysis. I thought he was one of the best. Those days are long gone. So I'm going to get into something about Ryan Clark here in a moment, and something that I shared with Marcellus Wiley here earlier today. All right, so this race topic, I got called in the last couple of days cracker, shrimp, whitey. You're talking white. You name. There's things I've been called that I can't even say. I mean, I can, but I don't even want to say them. It's just uncomfortable to say them. Why is it that when we disagree with somebody, or when it seems like black people disagree with somebody, it's automatically a race issue? I've been very outspoken about my lack of support for Shadur Sanders. I was also about Baker Mayfield 1.0, about Johnny Manziel, and countless other players. It doesn't matter what color you are, as the way that I look at it and the way a lot of people look at this, including Angel Reese. I don't care what color she is. I have a lot of respect for the black ladies in the league. It's when it's attitude, and I'll share that in a moment. But it is attitude, and the way one conducts themselves is generally what brings on the critique or the criticism or some of the comments. What Ryan Clark is doing is going off the deep end. He's become a divider, not a multiplier. He's inflaming. He's not making anything better. He's making it worse. He's attacking people, even of black that are black, like RG3, like Marcellus Wiley in the past, is completely out of control. But the part when we post something online, if I don't believe that Shadur Sanders is going to be a successful NFL quarterback, and I explain my reasoning behind it, that's my opinion. It doesn't mean I'm racist. It doesn't mean that at all. There, literally, Johnny Manziel, I said he'd be out of the league in a couple of years, and I think it was two, and then maybe the CFL. You can't act like that. And he wasn't ever that good. I don't believe Shadur Sanders is that good. It has nothing to do with the color of his skin, and all the baggage and luggage that comes with him, and all the rapping and the hip hopping and the jewelry and the legendary and all of that is very different than his dad, who was one of 11, and now Shadur Sanders is a quarterback. They misjudged this and miscalculated this monumentally, and they cost themselves. And they've blamed it on everybody because of racism. It's not racism. It's evaluation. When an NFL team makes an evaluation on a player, it is not just what they do on the field. It is the way they conduct themselves off the field, particularly at the quarterback position, if they can be viewed and followed as a leader, or if there's going to be potential problems. And the Shadur Sanders thing, I still hold true. It's not going to end well. It's all the questions. It's all the rage. Everybody has to answer the question. Everybody has to be asked the question. Shadur Sanders is not above Cleveland. He's not above the team. He's not above the franchise. He's one guy competing for a spot now. He was drafted in the fifth round, 150 picks or so, roughly 160 picks went ahead of him, and there's a reason, and it has zero, literally zero, to do with race. It has 100% to do with Shadur and his father and everything that comes with that. Wait till the Prime special comes out 2026 in Netflix. There we go again. Even if he gets past this first year with Cleveland, then it's going to be those questions. It's going to be your dad. It's about everything else but the game of football. You're a professional. You go there, you play the part, you act the part, you live the part, you breathe the part. Quarterback 24/7, 365. You want to be a rapper? Go be a rapper. You want to go be a brander, a promoter? Go be a brander, a promoter. You can't be all of those. Not at the quarterback position. You can at the cornerback position. You can at linebacker. You can at wide receiver. You can do some of those other spots. You can't do it as a quarterback. And he missed that along the way. His father missed that along the way. Now they're trying to repair brand and such, image. As far as Ryan Clark, and let me put this up. This is a message that I sent to Marcellus Wiley, and he liked it. And so I'll go quick through here. So Ryan Clark is making a very uncomfortable bed for himself that he will soon have to lie in. He's in total self-destruct mode. Again, I used to look forward to his football analysis. That's long gone. I personally have hired hundreds of people in my life, all race and creed. I was a longtime basketball coach and coached hundreds of players in my life, all race and creed, in my camps, on my teams, etc. I have friends of all race and creed. I have my all-time sports favorites of all different race and creed, and they're black players. Enough of the BS. If you treat people well, most likely people will treat you well in return. As I said, whether you're Johnny Manziel acting like an ass or you're Shedeur Sanders telling millions of people, do you know who my dad is? You will be criticized regardless of what color you are. It's about attitude and how we treat others, and of course, how we conduct ourselves. That's it. And period. End of story. It is nothing more than that. As far as the other day, and I'm on record, I've got thousands and thousands of hits on it, and I actually appreciate so much of the support, is the hard foul, nowhere near the head or neck or in any way dangerous to the arms, to the hand, to the ball, on Angel Reese the other day is a basketball play. It is nothing more than that. To go after them for that reason is all it's crazy. I don't agree with RG3 about its hatred. I've been on record in saying this. I think Angel Reese is not as good as she believes she is, and a lot of people pumped her up and hyped her to be. Now she's getting exposed at the next level. She's 6'3", 165, I think it is, and she's trying to play point guard, and she wants to do other things, and she wants to get all the glory, and she should probably stay around, 10, 12, 13 rebounds a game and 8, 10, 12 points. That's who she is. And that's the bottom line. She's not Caitlin Clark. She's never will be Caitlin Clark. She will never be Lisa Leslie. She will never be Cheryl Swoop. She will never be any of those people. She has latched her wagon onto Caitlin Clark and the WA and this attitude to promote fame and to make money. And because she would generally be, there's about 100 players in the WNBA. She'd be around 50, 40 to 60. She's trying to be number one or top 5 or top 10 with this attitude. Her game doesn't present her as that. In order to stay in the headlines, she has to act and do certain things like this. It's brought a lot of media attention. It's brought a lot of opinion, and people have strong opinions about it. And, Ryan Clark, again, I don't agree with it being hatred. I'm not sure that it's hatred, like to the person. I think she hates that Caitlin Clark gets the treatment she does. But the treatment or popularity or fame is justified with Caitlin Clark. She's doing something that league has never, ever seen. She's doing something with that league that Steph Curry did for the NBA. The NBA has never seen somebody like Stephen Curry in the way that he can do those things from really anywhere on the court. He was the first guy. Caitlin Clark's the first gal who could do that in the WNBA. And I don't think she likes that. In fact, I think she hates that Caitlin Clark gets the attention for that, and that she herself doesn't get the attention for that. But it's not because Caitlin Clark's white, and it's not because Angel Reese is black. It's because Caitlin Clark can do 10x what Angel Reese can do. That's likely not to change. In fact, in areas that, she's a triple-double machine as it is. You're never going to see Angel Reese shoot from where Caitlin shoots, dribble like Caitlin dribbles, 163, 6 foot, one's 165, one's 155 or 145. And it's like, they're two different players. Just accept that. Just play your role, bang down low, get rebounds and putbacks, because that's who you are. You're not Caitlin Clark, and it's like you're angry about that. Not an angry black person, not an angry black gal. It's none of that. Everybody stop the nonsense. This is not about race. It's about ability that's being evaluated, and it's about the way that Angel Reese responded. And the truth is true. If it wasn't Caitlin Clark who committed that foul, I don't think she would have reacted quite like that. She might not have reacted in total chill mode, but I don't think it would have been made a big a deal as it was because it was Caitlin Clark. I think that's pretty much across the board. Most people feel that way. So stop with the race nonsense. You're entitled to your opinion. I'm entitled to mine. Everybody's entitled to theirs. Hey, Ryan Clark, chill out, bro, because this is not going to end well for you. It's just not going to end well. You keep on bringing personal stuff up on podcasts and on television. ESPN and Disney give you the platform to do that. You have a platform where you could really help people. You think you're helping people, but truthfully, my opinion, I think you're out for yourself. And I think you're doing this to build your own brand and bring attention into you. Right? I'm not doing this because I'm sick and tired of being called cracker. I'm sick and tired of somebody who's black or white be talked about in these kinds of ways. What happened 100 years ago, 80 years ago, 60 years ago, and happens here and there now, or even if it's a little bit more than here and there, I could never relate to that because I'm not black. But that at the same time, Des Bryant, shout out to you. I love what Des has been doing. Marcellus, I love what you've been doing. There's just certain things that you shouldn't say, and it's not always somebody else's fault. Look within, become a better person, become a better player. And Ryan Clark's just getting into all this articulate talk like he's being so serious. It just doesn't come off good. It actually comes off as an insecurity, and I don't think it's helpful. Has Denzel Washington ever been bad mouth, bad talked, or talked bad about anybody else? No, it's about attitude. It's about behavior. It's about helping others and not just yourself. So let's just for lack of a better word, hate to say it because of what it represented, but we can all get along and we can have opinion based on sports that is different from each other without calling each other's names, crazy, idiot. I got called an idiot today from a black gal. You're obviously an idiot and know nothing. What? What? Why? And she just wrote a book. And it's like, this is what you want people to know about you? There's just no place for it. So I think we could all do better. And this is part of why I'm doing this is because I want us all to do better. Doesn't matter your color, man. It just doesn't matter. And if I have an opinion, it doesn't mean I dislike you because of your color, your religion, creed, none of it. Absolutely none of it. So Ryan Clark, man, you're going to go down a very lonely road here, man. You're going to end up literally all alone with no one of significance in your corner if you keep this up. Hopefully it doesn't get that far and you figure this out, man.